Okay, let's move on. So today, well, technically yesterday now, or shit, if you're listening to this in the future, who knows when it was, but
Yeah.
September 23rd, 2015 was supposedly supposed to be like the beginning of Doomsday or the beginning of the apocalypse or something.
The Shemitah.
Yeah.
The Shemitah.
Let's see here. So yeah, well, it's now 1 o'clock in the morning on the 24th.
Oh man, wait. What if we actually just froze in time and I'll never get to see Star Wars?
Oh man, don't say that.
I know I'd hate
Where's that
life.
popping up? Okay.
But yeah, like the Shemitah and what else was there?
Well, hold on. We're gonna go through as much as we can.
All right.
It said okay Thursday, but maybe the week after. But everything I was seeing was the 23rd, so I don't know why this is saying Thursday up to the week after.
I like that they added that.
It's involving the blood moon, which is something that happens on a regular basis, pretty regular anyways. Like, it's nothing, but Christians think it's a huge fucking thing.
But wasn't that nice of them to say, world to end Thursday, maybe the week after?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, it's
it
like,
might
all
take
right,
a week for it all to happen.
you're like, you guys aren't that sure. If you're saying it's gonna be Thursday, but give it about a week.
I have a guess on like, okay, so like all these Christians are always, all these doomsdayers are always predicting like the biblical end times.
Yep.
And Christ in the Bible said that nobody will know when he's coming back to do the rapture. Like,
Boom.
no man will know. It'll just happen. Nobody will be able to predict it. Nobody. So I want him to keep predicting it. If Christianity is true, as
Then
long
we're
as they
safe.
keep predicting, we're safe. Because, like, I just picture Jesus in heaven, like, well, Dad,
But I
I
mean, at
think
that
September
point-
23rd is going to be the day, Dad. He's like, you go, son. Then all of a sudden it's like, he turns on the news and it's like, Christians now saying September 23rd is the day of reckoning. And he's like, God damn it!
They would argue.
Or me, damn it!
They would argue. They would be like, well, but the Book of Revelation tells us.
Yeah.
I mean, that book's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about Revelation? Something a lot of people don't know.
What's that?
That was actually written while, like, all the stuff that's written in Revelation, I'm pretty sure was written while that stuff was going on. It's either that or the guy was on acid.
Like, yeah, he was off on his own.
Because
he wrote that off on his own.
like, a lot of people think that it's a prophecy, that it's telling of the end times, but there's a lot of people that believe that it's actually an account of what was going on in some kind of war that was happening when it was written.
Fucking seven-headed beast coming out.
Well, I mean, like I said, he was probably on mushrooms or something.
I mean,
you know,
that-
I forget where I heard that at. I could be completely wrong. I could be fucking talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure I remember reading that.
I don't think I'd want to go on that kind of a vision quest.
Yeah.
Like, that would be some scary shit.
But yeah, I know I've read that somewhere or heard it somewhere before, and it was.
I like that death comes in on a pale white horse, though.
Yeah.
I mean, just,
Yeah, it's a fucked up little book. It's my favorite book in the Bible to read because it's actually shit happening. You know, like the Bible is so much fucking filler, it's ridiculous. So, anyways, yeah, according to an army of online conspiracy theorists and 2 Christian pastors with enormous, it's like this army of conspiracy theorists and 2 Christian pastors. With enormous followings in the United States, the end of the world is nigh. This comes from what? Manduramal Manduramail.com.au. So it's an Australia site.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out Manduramel.
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 Manduramel. What? Manduramel. No, that shit's crikey. Manduramel. I don't know. That was
Christian
shit.
pastors Mark Blitz and John Hagee are planning for the end on September 28th,
John Hagee is still alive.
when the last of 4 blood moons or total lunar eclipses coincide with a papal visit to the U.S. Isn't that
Papal.
papal? Isn't that like the Pope?
Yep, it's the Pope.
Yeah. Okay.
Pope Francis.
So that's what I was talking about earlier. about like people believing that Pope meeting up with Obama is going to be bringing about the end times. Yeah.
Which that happens today.
Yeah, exactly.
So dun dun.
Oh, according to one theory going viral online, a space rock about 4 kilometers wide will strike Puerto Rico on the 23rd. So that was what was supposed to happen on the 23rd.
Nope, that didn't happen. We survived.
So yeah, that's that. As far as we know, Puerto Rico is still standing, and so are we.
Oh, we know by now.
And then after that, that's when the Christian pastors said that the blood moons and the Pope visit would start shit up.
But the Pope's here now.
Yeah.
And like he's only staying through like Sunday, I think.
The online rumors of an asteroid hitting the Earth on Thursday have been circulating so widely that NASA issued a statement denying them.
No, but hey, wouldn't you expect the government to do that?
Yeah, you would.
So it might be true.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be because like people not in the government would figure this shit out too. You know.
You know, it'd be better if NASA trolled people. If NASA put out a statement saying,
"It's coming,"
saying America, we are so sorry. We have failed you. We didn't even realize this was coming because we were busy working with aliens. People would freak the fuck out, and then Friday they'd go, "Got you."
Paul Chodas.
I like Chodas.
Chodas.
What's up, Chodas?
Paul Chodas from NASA's Near-Earth Object Office said there was no evidence an asteroid or any other celestial object is on a trajectory with Earth. Quote, in fact, not a single one of the known objects has any credible chance of hitting our planet over the next century.
That's exactly what you'd think they'd say, though.
Mr. Chodas said NASA tracks 13,000 near-Earth asteroids on the regular.
Ooh, on the regs.
Reverend Efrain Rodriguez, a self-proclaimed prophet, urged NASA to issue a warning so people can be relocated from the areas that are to be affected.
A self-proclaimed prophet.
Exactly.
I don't think you can be a self-proclaimed prophet.
Well, that's what he did.
Well, hey, guess what, man? I'm a prophet, and everything's going to be cool next week.
Exactly. Mr. Rodriguez, why can I not talk tonight? Mr. Rodriguez has claimed online that agencies in the U.S. were aware of the asteroid, and NASA had briefed President Barack Obama about its trajectory.
When?
Yeah, when?
Like yesterday or like a couple months ago? Because they'd know about that shit for a few years.
Exactly.
But I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying too. And NASA's not the only ones that can look up into space and see shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody would have leaked it out if there really was something.
Jeff Goldblum would have leaked it out.
Yeah, you know. He would have gone up and given the asteroid a virus.
Fuck right. Bruce Willis would have stayed on it and died.
It says the rich and powerful are making plans to store food and build protective shelters. They're always doing that.
Yeah, they've been doing that for years. They're the biggest preppers.
I was trying to find... There was like a whole list.
Yeah, I want to know what else happens. Because all I really know is the Shemitah and the blood moon.
Yeah, I read about that earlier. I thought that was what I bookmarked, but I didn't.
I kind of want to watch that documentary on Facebook, but then like it's also like a drama-mentary. Because like there are like scenes that are acted out, and then there's like people discussing like what it means.
Yeah.
So like that kind of turned me off to it. But I've listened to him talk on like Coast and Glenn Beck, and like, you know, like it's interesting to listen to. Yeah. Because like they sound like they know what they're talking about, but I can do that too. So.
Okay. This is from beforeitsnews.com, which I think not necessarily a Christian site, but ran by Christians, I think.
Well, they get to scoop early then. They're like the TMZ of TMZ.
Yeah, Simpsons shows 0 seconds to rapture at 12 midnight o'clock on, or I guess a midnight, it doesn't say, on 9/22 Yom Kippur 2015. The episode of The Simpsons is from October 12th, 2014. It's episode 555, Super Franchise Me, and clearly shows something is coming. This episode was produced before much of the hype about September 2015. The 12 o'clock could be pointing to midday on the 22nd, when the Day of Atonement begins in America, or it could be referring to midnight. The cry goes out at midnight that the bridegroom is coming, and the chains fell off Paul and Silas at midnight as they were worshiping the Lord, and an earthquake took place. A lot of people of Christ are seeing visions. It seems that we are living the latter days, and God is showing us dreams, and He wants us to warn others about our dreams, like Joseph did. The dreams that God is showing us may fulfilled after decades or days. It is according to Acts 2:17.
People only listen to Joseph because he had that awesome coat.
And it shall come to pass that in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
Hallelujah.
Joseph had dreams, and his dreams were fulfilled after more than a decade. God was teaching Joseph to become patient, and God sucked his dick in the end of that. I don't want to read all this shit. I thought there was more to this than that.
Well, the 22nd already happened, so.
Yeah, so...
Wrong.
Yeah, Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it.
Let's see here. Is this the one I read? I'm trying to find the exact one I read. I know it was on that site. Confirmed imminent disaster ahead. Wait until you see what President Obama is going to do next month. What is about to be birthed could mean the start of hell on earth.
Oh, I bet this is about CERN. Is this one about CERN?
Maybe. Let me see
I
here.
hope so.
That's one I forgot about. This is also beforeitsnews.com. The mystery continues surrounding September, especially September 23rd. I wonder what these people do, like, after the date passes, like, because they put all this research into it, like, they thought for sure they were onto it this time. Then all of a sudden it happened, like, nothing happens, you know, like, the next day, are like, well, back to the drawing board.
No. This is like when you troll them. Like, as soon as it's, like, the next day, you're like, fuckers.
What happened, man? What was your doomsday shit, bruh?
You were wrong, bruh.
Do you even rapture, bruh? Alright, so the mystery continues surrounding September, especially September 23rd, 2015. What will happen? Will September be the beginning of the end as we know it? Are all these things that keep popping up about September coincidence? Could be, but I don't think so. Take a look at the prophecy below, for example, given by Patricia Green. Her prophecy confirms that we are in serious trouble. Who the fuck is Patricia Green, and why should I give a fuck? Alright, quote Patricia Green. September 23rd is the day Obama makes a pact with the devil.
What?
It was not by chance that the Pope and Obama are meeting on the Day of Atonement. September 23rd, 2015 is the Day of Atonement, apparently. They will make a pact that will seal the fate of the United States of America. My vengeance will be poured out from this point forward. There is no turning back.
Wait. Why is Obama making a deal with the leader of the Catholic Church?
Because
the
fundamentalist
devil?
Christians don't see Catholics as real Christians. They see them as, like, evil and shit.
I mean,
Even
some
though
of them do
Catholics
touch little
pretty
boys.
much started Christianity.
Catholics made up a lot of shit, too.
Yes.
Like purgatory.
Yeah. Which is, you know...
They did away with it, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that should tell you something. And it doesn't exist anymore. What about all the dead babies in it? Nope.
She goes on, tell my people to draw close to me in these last days. Tell them to purify their hearts by the washing of the water of my word. Tell them to ask my spirit to expose any wickedness within themselves so they can repent and be clean. I am returning for my bride without spot or wrinkle. I am coming for a pure bride. Jesus is coming to get some pussy, apparently. Only those who are purified by my spirit and my word are my bride. There will be no pretending when I return.
Wait. So he's going to have a lot of them.
I guess. Many will say, quote, Lord, Lord, did I not prophesy in your name, heal the sick, cast out demons, and bring people into your kingdom? And I will say to those who had impure hearts, get from me, I never knew ye.
Boom.
Thug life. Jesus is a thug life motherfucker.
Get from thee.
This is the time for self-reflection. If you judge yourself in this season and repent of your hidden sin, your sin will not be exposed to your shame. Now is the time to purify your own hearts. Now is the time before my vengeance is poured out. That's a message from the Lord given to Patricia Green on July 29, 2015. Did he write it on parchment paper? Did he just put it in the brain? That's what I want to know.
Well, think about this, man. You know, people are always like, man, prayers don't get answered, you know? Like, they're always complaining about that kind of shit. Well, dude, like, you know, like, what if it's because of the way that the English language has evolved over time that, like, you know, God can't understand us? Because, like, you know, he always talks like, get from thee. So, like, when we're like, hello, Jesus, how are you doing today? He's like, I don't know these words.
Here's the problem with that, though. Like, you know,
he actually
Jesus
spoke Aramaic.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
More like Aramaic, even, which, you know, is even more dead.
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, so like maybe that's why.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fucked up if God just never learned
English ever?
Just to say, he just like, oh, I'm Aramaic till the end, or whatever the fuck. Latin till the end.
I'm done with it.
You know, so he can kind of understand Spaniards and French people.
He didn't even want to understand it. He was just like, nope. Yeah. Like even like when people are speaking Hebrew, he's like, cut that shit out. I don't even follow that shit.
Y'all made that shit
except in Aramaic, however that sounds.
That would be fucking fun.
That'd be the best.
God never learned other languages.
Like, everyone dies, it's the rapture, we all go up there, and he just starts talking, and no one knows what the fuck he's saying. And then, like, someone translates, like, Peter or something. He's just like, he said he didn't understand a fucking word any of you assholes said. Y'all are all going to fucking hell. We're going to be throwing down up here, buddy.
You guys made all these different fucking languages.
Y'all idiots.
Yeah.
Couldn't fucking even speak the same fucking language that we told you we spoke.
Yeah.
Jesus didn't have time for none of that petty bullshit.
You know, like, speaking of, like, like, prayers and shit, like, I've actually heard people say that they have 100% prayer answer rate, which, like, and the reason they come to this 100% is because God is like an 8-ball, like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if, like, what they pray for doesn't happen, they consider
that just means it's a no.
They consider that was a no from God, so that's an answered prayer.
Yep.
He just answered no.
That's exactly what they want you to think. I mean, it works for him though, right?
Yeah, it does. It's a convincing, I guess.
Yeah. He did answer. He said no.
Yeah.
No, he said, I can't understand your words.
So here's another thing. September 23rd, Pope Francis arrives at the White House to meet with Barack Obama. Some have suggested that the timing of this event is highly unusual. Francis is the 266th Pope who will be meeting with President Obama on the 266th day of the year, leading one internet preacher to wonder if something is being birthed. On that day, since 266 days is the typical human gestation period from conception to birth.
Dude, that's dumb.
And here's the thing from The Simpsons. It's like, he's looking at this thing that says minutes to rapture, and it does have 9:23 in it, but there's like a bunch of other numbers too.
Yeah.
It's like, you just
it could have easily
ignore those
been
other
like,
numbers there.
It could have easily been June, July, or August 23rd.
Exactly. And so that was on The Simpsons. Yeah, and there's some other Jewish, like, of course, like Yom Kippur, there's some other Jewish related thing, like the Shemitah or whatever.
Shemitah.
Yeah, I remember reading about that, but I can't seem to find
the Shemitah is like some kind of like 7-year cycle thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't even spell it, so there's no point in Googling it.
Yeah, let's see here.
Wait.
I was going to look up CERN. So CERN is making black holes. I mean, I guess they did that today, or the 23rd rather. So I mean, nothing blew up, I guess.
Well,
So they made some black
they're
holes.
slowly ramping up their power.
Yeah.
It's not going to be done ramping until some point next week.
What if the Big Bang of our universe now was done by a bunch of scientists like this
creating
at one point in time?
And it just...
and so it wiped out their existence and born our existence. And that's just what happens every 14 billion years.
No, man. Star Wars isn't out yet. Come on, please.
Well, I mean,
You're freaking me out now. Because, I mean, all right. To be completely honest with you, I don't think that they have the capability to produce a black hole large enough to affect us.
No. It'll dissipate faster than it fucking appears.
Because, look, in order for a black hole to suck an object into it, it has to have the mass of that, all right. From what I read, a black hole that's the size of a dime would have the mass of Mount Kilimanjaro, and it would be able to eat the entire Earth.
I want a black hole the size of, like, a silver dollar so I can fuck it.
You'd be done. But, I mean, all right, like, this is something else that's cool. Black hole death is the best death you could ever get.
You think so?
Well, think about it like this. If you could launch yourself backwards into the black hole, you go through spaghettification. And essentially, time stops for you because the gravity's so strong that time stands still.
Yeah.
So you would literally...
I've seen Interstellar, too.
Well, I actually haven't seen Interstellar.
It's an awesome movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But
it kind of deals with that a little bit.
But so the spaghettification, so like if you could actually like be facing out towards the rest of the universe, you would literally watch the rest of the universe die as crazy. You sucked, right? You'd watch the rest of the life and the eventual death of it. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? Because time to you is stopped.
Yeah.
So if you could survive during the event horizon of a black hole yourself and watch the back, that would be the most awesome, epic death ever. I don't think you can top that. Unless you get a lightsaber to the chest.
You just blew my mind.
I know, right? Dude, that's what me and my DM, Ian Boggs, that's what me and him talk about all the time. Because, like, we both agree that's just, like, the best way to die. Because, think about it. Just watching the... Because
what if you're wrong about that though? What if it just rips you to shreds?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you can survive the event horizon, that's what it's all based upon. Well, I don't know. Is it even possible? Is it possible?
The dude in Interstellar does it.
Well, but they used to say that nothing came out of a black hole, but actually they now know that something called Hawking radiation comes out of a black hole, and it's named after Stephen Hawking because he theorized that it was there, and then they're like, oh shit, it is. Apparently
that's
black
how science
holes
works, kids.
Yeah, apparently black holes shit Hawking radiation. Like they used to think, man, this thing just like swallows everything up. No, it shits it out into pure radiation.
Oh, this says... Alright, so this is from press.web.cern.ch.
Oh shit, it is about CERN.
CERN answers your queries about 23rd September 2015. People have been bugging the scientists at CERN about this shit. Is the Large Hadron Collider dangerous? No. Although powerful for an accelerator, the energy reached in the Large Hadron Collider is modest by nature's standards. Cosmic rays... /particles produced by events in outer space collide with particles in the Earth's atmosphere at much greater energies than those of the LHC. These cosmic rays have been bombarding the Earth's atmosphere as well as other astronomical bodies since the bodies were formed, with no harmful consequences. These planets and stars have stayed intact despite these higher energy collisions over billions of years. So, yeah. Is CERN planning anything for the end of September? CERN has no special events planned for the end of September. The LHC will be running at its usual collision energy of 13 teravolts. The LHC has been running at this collision energy since 3rd of June 2015 and already delivered some 28,000 billion collisions to the large experiments by mid-August. So yeah, technical stuff.
They well, I guess if they say it's been running like that since June, but I'm pretty sure they've blown a few magnets. They've had to shut it down. Like
They probably had to replace some shit.
I'm pretty sure that they turned it back on September 18th.
Really?
And do you know what happened on September 18th? That earthquake in Haiti, or off the coast of Haiti, or wherever it was.
Sure? I mean, I know that.
No, I'm not sure. I'm telling you, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying it's been on the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. So. But at that point, I've heard that they've blown magnets.
They might have. I don't know.
Because that's how they make those things fucking go.
Why is the Higgs boson referred to as the God particle?
Guard
particle. The God particle.
Who is the gourd?
The Higgs boson is the linchpin of the standard model of particle physics, but experimental physics weren't able to observe it until the arrival of the LHC, nearly 50 years after the particle was first postulated. Leon Letterman coined the term the God particle in his popular 93 book, The God Particle, If the Universe is the Answer, What is the Question?, written with Dick Teresi. In their book, Letterman and Teresi claim the nickname originated because the publisher wouldn't allow them to call it the goddamn particle. A name that reflected the difficulty in observing the elusive boson. The name caught on through the media attention it attracted, but is disliked by both clerics and scientists. So that's funny because I've seen so many like these Christian creationists that try to bring science into their argument. They'll talk about what about the God particle? Even fucking scientists said that there's God particle, and it's like, no, it's the goddamn particle. Say it's
the goddamn particle because it's so goddamn elusive and hard to find.
So yeah, it's now the 24th. Nothing has happened. We're all still alive.
Man, science keeps getting cooler.
Maybe something will happen within the next week, according to those other people, but I don't expect it to. And I don't think Obama meeting the Pope is going to start any shit.
Look, guys, the only thing that we really have to do is make it to December 17th, because at that point, the movie will be released and I'll be able to see it, so yay.
Yeah, and as long as we make it to, when does Batman v Superman come out?
Oh, well,
as long as we make it until after that, I'll be happy.
So we have to make it a while, so don't worry. You know what, guys? I don't really think that Hollywood would allow for us to miss out on all of this shit. Disney would not spend this much fucking money on movies for us not to be able to watch them. You know?